Welcome to another great episode right here on IT Pro TV. I'm your host, Ronnie Wong, and today we're going into our CCNA routing and switching content. We're getting ready for this brand new exam, and in our studios today that's going to help us along to make sure that we're focused in on what we need to be, Mr. Todd Lammle. Thank you for joining us in our studios.
Thank you, Ronnie. It's good to be here. Let's dive right into the ICND2 objectives for enhanced switching. That's going to be spanning tree, ether channel, and a couple other things, port fast. We're going to get through some of those things. So let's dive into the objectives. This is a huge objective for ICND2, no doubt about it. So one of the other things that they have in the objectives is a review of just basic VLANs and trunks and access links and voice links and so on. So although I'm not going to review them here because we covered them and you have an option to go back to them, just to understand they are part of the objectives. So let's go ahead and dive right into spanning tree right now. Okay, first off, we want a redundant connection. We want multiple connections between links. And when we get to our next episode, we'll get to our next section of enhanced switching. We'll see that we're going to talk about ether channel where we're connecting multiple links together between switches. So right now, we love spanning tree. We have multiple links, and if we didn't have spanning tree to shut down extra ports, we'd have a loop, right? So if we don't implement this correctly, we're gonna have a loop at layer 2. Now the problem with the loop at layer 2 is your network still works, just albeit very slowly, and it's extremely difficult to find this problem. That's why this is like a death sentence if you get a loop at layer 2. So it's pretty funny. It's like we love spanning tree. We get to ether channel, we're like, we hate spanning tree. We hate spanning tree, right? It's like I want all my links up. All right, so we're going to be a little different here. Anyways, so we want to eliminate single points of failures. But we don't. Let's take a look down here. You can't see this. Broadcast storms, multiple frame copies. MAC address instability problems because we don't know where the MAC address is coming in on multiple ports. This is all what happens if we don't implement a redundant topology correctly. So what we're going to do, by default, the spanning tree creates a blocked port in a network just simple like this. So it stops us from having a loop. Now this happens on all iOS switches by default. Okay, we run a certain kind 802.1d. Then it came out in 1977. Right, so we're running the same version. Now Cisco runs an enhanced version. We'll talk about, it's called PVST plus, but right here, per VLAN spanning tree. And we'll talk about why they do this and how this enhances it, and it really does. So we take the original one and make it proprietary by adding an enhanced protocol on top of it, PVST plus, all right? So by doing this, having this STP, loop-free redundant network topology, we place certain ports in the blocking state, which stop us from, we will no longer have a loop. So if it comes here, then it won't come out here. It'll only go out this way. We have to have only one port per designated segment, right, forwarding. If we had both, then we'd end up with a loop here. All right. So we have the original one, and this is why we use the term bridge now today. So when we talk about spanning tree, I'm not going to use the term switching. Cisco's not going to use the term switching when they get into this. They're going to say the term bridges, because that's all we had when this came out. And when we're talking about spanning tree, we're referring to bridges. All right, but the switches are multi-port bridges, right?